Hello, my name is The Defective Human, and welcome to my first video, as well as Serious Sam Fusion. I decided to start my first video off with Serious Sam because it is one of my favorite games of all time. If you don't know, it is a first-person shooter developed by Croteam in, you guessed it, Croatia. And yeah, I thought I'd start my first video off playing a bit of Serious Sam. So let's jump in. Okay, so this is Serious Sam. So we start at the Temple of Hatshepsut, built by the Great Queen Hatshepsut, back in at some point in history. So yeah, I thought So Serious Sam is a game where you go back in time as Serious Sam and fight off an alien invasion. Because essentially Earth was invaded at some point in the future. Don't ask me what the dates are. And you have been sent back in time to destroy the aliens, or find a way to destroy the aliens before they attack Earth in the future. So we start off in Egypt, and then you make your way essentially to, eventually in the second game, to, oh, brain's not working here. Medieval Europe, that's it. Medieval Europe. To which I'm not going to spoil the ending, but there are multiple other games. There's Serious Sam 1, which encompasses this game, as well as the sequel, The Second Encounter, but it's actually still considered just one game. And then there's Serious Sam 2, which has a lot of, how should I put this? There are different views on it throughout the fan community of Serious Sam. Some people like it, some people absolutely hate it. I actually haven't played it yet, so that's something we're going to do actually on this channel at some point. And then there's Serious Sam 3, Before First Encounter, which you may have guessed, and you are correct, is set before the first encounter, before this game here. So it encompasses Sam going back in time, or trying to go back in time to fight the aliens, led by an evil man named Mental, or not man. We don't know what he is, but its name is Mental. Out of the way. So these guys are secret. They are supposed to be, I believe they're supposed to be the developers. I'm not sure, but they appear in all the different games. I think they're actually only in the first two encounters. I'm not sure if they are in the Before First Encounter or Serious Sam 2. I actually haven't played both of those yet, so that's something we're also going to do. We're going to play Serious Sam 3 as well. So the soundtrack in this game is absolutely phenomenal. It's honestly one of my favorite video game soundtracks ever. It's right up there, in my opinion, with FTL Faster Than Light. Especially, yeah, if you get to later levels, it gets even better. What's really cool about this level, and there's a few other levels, I'm pretty sure, but this is actually based on a real location, so you can actually go to the Temple of Hatshepsut. It's a real place in Egypt, which is really cool. Now, other places, they're very loosely based on their original. Well, even this one, it's fairly loosely based. Lucy? Did I say Lucy? Loosely based on actual real-world counterparts. Because there's the Temple of... not the temple, but the funerary complex of Karnak at Thebes. There's also the Great Pyramid in this game. I'm pretty sure that's it for actual... Well, there's the city of Memphis, but you can actually go there because I'm pretty sure Memphis is ruins now? I'm not sure. I can't remember. But essentially this channel is going to be mainly focusing on games that I don't think people play as much anymore. More niche. I'd like to say niche, but I don't think they're going to be niche games. I'm just going to play what I enjoy, really. So kind of what's on the horizon right now is, well, Serious Sam. I'd like to play more of that. I'd also like to play Civilization 4. That's on my radar as well. Spore. Faster Than Light. I don't know all the games I want to play actually right now, but we're going to be playing a lot of them. And if you enjoy it, of course, do leave a like and subscribe, and maybe comment if you want to.
Yeah, baby.
Now, in terms of Serious Sam, I like to call this game sometimes a first-person strategy game because, as you can see, it's not like your typical first-person shooter. I have slots for millions of different weapons, and each of which has their advantages and their disadvantages, but also their effect on enemies is different as well. So you have to constantly switch between weapons. So, for example, I could use a pistol on that guy, the Gnar. But it would actually be a lot more effective if I use, for example, oops. See, that was a stupid decision. So I could have used my rocket launcher. That would have killed him as well, but that would have potentially caused me splash damage and either much bigger enemies that I could use that rocket launcher for. So you're always constantly switching between weapons and identifying the biggest threat to you, as well as biggest threat to you. Oh my goodness, my brain has just stopped working. Biggest threat to you, and you're just constantly switching between weapons. Oops. So yeah. That was my first video. It's fairly short, but I thought I'd keep it that way, just for a nice channel intro. So of course, if you liked what you've seen here, do like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.